Hey guys, welcome to another video. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Today I'm going to give you a quick tour around my creative space in my home office. So right off the bat, you all know, if you've been watching any of my videos, that I work for a portable church. So we are set up tear down every week. That means that I do the majority of my work from my home. We do have an office, but we use that basically just to do some staff meetings, as well as anything that we need to do throughout the week of meetings, like our group links and things like that. So I don't work from there. We want to keep that as an open space. It's not a huge location, so we just want to make sure that that's super clean. So for me to set up all of my stuff that I need to do my job throughout the week at the office really wouldn't work to keep that the way we need it to be. So I do the majority of my work from home. So this is my space that I work in. This is my creative spot. This is where I do all my video editing, all of my audio recording. Anything I need to do happens in this space. So I want to give you a quick overview of it, and I'm going to let you know right off the bat, this is a work in progress. I've recently been in this kind of self-reflection a little bit of my life as I've been losing weight and all of that and digging into some of those disciplines. A lot has come along with that as well, including me just kind of choosing to realize in myself that I'm worth investing in myself a little bit. I inherently am a little bit of an insecure person, so I've had to kind of revamp my seeing of myself and seeing that I'm worth investing into, because if I get better, the things around me will get better too. So I've kind of been in doing that in a lot of ways. It's changed how I've done my devotionals recently. It's changed how I've dug into disciplines in my life. It also is changing this creative space, because I need this space to be how I want it to be so that I can be creative how I need to be creative. And if things aren't set up the way that you want them to be, aren't where they need you to be, if you're not gathering inspiration in the space that you're in, I would suggest making some changes so you can be inspired, because your job is as a creative. And if you're not inspired by the environment that you work in, it can often hinder your creative process. So I'm trying to do that. So this is very much a work in progress. There's a lot that still needs to be done. So bear with me. It's also an absolute wreck in here, because as I'm trying to get things in order, move things around, get the things that I actually need, it's a little on the messy side. So I'm just going to give you a tour around so you can kind of see what it is I'm working with and all of that. So right off the bat, I'll just go ahead and tell you, this is the dining room of my house. So my wife and I live in a townhome along with our two kids. And so when we moved in here, it's a 3-bedroom house, but there was really not another space for me to have an office. So we decided to take what would have been the dining room and turn that into my office space. Now, you can see that means I have no doors. That's one of my first kind of annoyances. I'm actually probably going to, here in the near future, gonna have a friend of mine help me frame this in so that I can put some doors up here, just so I can block this off and be a little bit more private in this space. So if I'm able to get some doors up here so that I can kind of seclude myself and be focused on the work I need to do, that would be really helpful. So you guys see this space in all of my videos. I've changed angles that I've shot at and all that sort of thing. Right now I'm shooting from this front corner. So over here, I just now got this kind of stand here, and I'm starting to put a couple pieces on it. It'll basically be for some storage and things like that. This is just a piece that I got on Amazon here. I also leave my camera stand right here. My tripod is right here all the time, unless I need to take it with me to do a shoot for church. It stays right around here, and I have a little iPad holder here that I started using for notes while I'm doing my video, so hopefully I don't ramble as much. I've actually got things to talk to you about. And then in this corner, I've got my light box. Like I said, it's a little jerry-rigged together. This is the GVM light panel that's in here with a softbox around it. I've done a video on this before, so I'll link that up in the description up here. But all of this stays right here along with this mic arm here. and a cheap mic. I got this mic legitimately for $16 on wish.com. And this is the mic that you hear me use in the majority of my videos as well. Right now I'm on a lav with a little wireless setup as I'm going around this. But basically this all stays right here, so I can just roll my chair over into place and start shooting in this location. Just got to drop my camera on there and we're good to go. There's my amp down in there. That is the Fender Blues Deluxe. I love that amplifier, 40 watt tube amp. It's just great, single 12 in it. So I love that thing. It doesn't get played very much. This area over here is gonna become kind of my guitar station. So I'm gonna be putting in over here a place to put all of my cases so they're lined up well. On this wall over here, the opposite wall, I've got these hanging guitar hooks up here. Generally I'll hang my guitars up there. Right now they're kind of being used, so and I'm just kind of using them for other things right now. Hat hook, coat rack, because it is cold out here in North Carolina right now. So I'll hang my guitars up there, but I need a spot to put my cases. So my cases I'll end up lining up over here. My pedal board will go here. These boxes here that are on the ground are things that I'm going to be selling. So I've got the box for the timeline there that I've been trying to sell forever, but you know, we've talked about that. So this will end up becoming the guitar space over here, where I can sit and play, have my pedal board down and working on stuff. Those windows, I have some curtains up just to block out the light. They do a pretty good job of blocking the light so I can shoot my videos and control the light in here a little bit better. But I'll generally open these up. I do love having daylight coming into the room. It just makes for a nice working environment to have good daylight coming into your space. So as we head around, you'll see this box here. This was a Christmas gift from my family. I haven't set it up yet, and I'll tell you why here in a moment. But I'm wanting to start to build a little record collection, so this will be playing and get set up here shortly and starting to build some records. I got this IKEA cart below here that's just kind of a rolling cart that I'm kind of establishing as something to have cable management and different things like that. The bottom space right now has tools and things that I use every now and then, so obviously some packing tape for sending back different things, and different tools will be in there. This level here I probably will end up as mainly camera gear in there, camera cables and all that, and then the top will actually probably be like microphone cables and things of that nature, to have that I can roll to do what I need it to do pretty quickly and all that. As we continue to head around the room, I've got two of these shelves. There's one over here, there's one on the opposite side of my desk. These were really cheap to buy and have when we were at our old house, to just have some space to put stuff. I really dislike them. I'm gonna be replacing those soon with something that's more the aesthetic that I like, and hopefully something that will go all the way up to the ceiling. And both of these shelves, yes, they'll have some storage space for documents and books and things like that. But really what I want to do with the most of these is have them as kind of display areas. Now, I've talked about in a video before, I'm a little bit of a nerd. So I've got some of these Gundams that I've built here and up here and some different things. And I'll keep doing that. Actually, I have a new one right here that I'm going to be working on soon that I just got in. But I kind of want to use this as display of memorabilia or things that I've worked on. Same over here. These are two cars that I've built at, what's the name of the place? RIDEMAKERZ. Thank you, Mika. That's my daughter, Mika. So two cars that we built at RIDEMAKERZ. I actually have a video on another channel about RIDEMAKERZ that you can check out if you want to, link in the description. But I want to display some memorabilia along with the records, have the record players set up. So I want to make these two shelves mainly about displaying stuff and fun kind of inspirational things. Something else that my kids got me for Christmas is a few of these Funko Pops, old school 90s gargoyle show, which is awesome. So excited about getting those and putting those up in place with display as well. But that's kind of what I want on this side, flanking around my desk area. Now this is my desk. You see this in the back of all of my videos for the most part. I just got this desk not too long ago. It was kind of the beginnings of make the space what I need it to be. So it's nice and wide. I believe it's like 60 inches wide. That little stand on top is from IKEA that was on the old desk as well, just to raise up my monitor and have some drawers right up here. Like I said, the desk is an absolute wreck right now as I figure out what I'm doing, getting things in place and all that. But the monitor is an HP. It's a cheap 27, the HP 27ES is I believe what it says there. It's not a great monitor. It's not great for color balance. I did just do some color working on it to try to get it a little bit more balanced. So it's pretty decent right now. It balances well with my my MacBook Pro over here. It's not great for that. I do want to get probably a like an LG ultra wide to go here, so I could have a nice large space for multitasking and for doing video editing and all that on that screen. But it works really well. And then over here, I have my MacBook Pro sitting next to it and just open right there. So I have two screens this way. I had dual screens before, which you may have seen in some of the older videos. That just didn't look great. They were two different sizes. I didn't like it. So this is working out well. On flanking either side of the desk as well are my studio monitors. These are the Samson Media One 5As. Once again, was a budget purchase when I needed some studio monitors. They actually sound pretty decent. They've got a pretty flat response to them, so they're not bad. They're on these really cheap, again, Amazon stands. They're not great, but they're doing the job. I need to shore those up, tighten those up, and fix my triangle a little bit, my audio triangle, so that everything is nice and level and even. And over on this side of the desk here, you'll see my audio interface. It's the M Audio M-Trax 2x2M. So this is a great little audio interface here that I really like. It sounds really good. It's really clean. It's got multiple inputs and outputs on it. So this is doing a great job for me. The external monitor, the audio unit, and an extra USB hub I have are all connected through this ANDOBIL. Let me get a shot of it. ANDOBIL, I don't know how it's pronounced, but this little USB-C hub that I have a cable running, and so it all goes one cable into my computer, connects everything up. Power is sitting back there as well. I'm going to be fixing some of my cable management as I get this all organized together. Down underneath, I have several hard drives. They're just 4 terabyte Western Digital hard drives that I do a bunch of storage and stuff on. So it's all linked together. 2 of those are rated together as well, so I'm getting a good backup of stuff that I'm working on. I really do want to get a RAID server in here at some point in time, a nice large one, so I can store all the video work and everything that I'm doing in one spot. So like I said, we move around this way, another speaker. You see the LED lights that are in the back there. Those sync up also with this light that is in this bulb that's in this light here. That is, I believe it's a Monster LED strip and bulb that came in a pack from Walmart, and it just all works together on this little remote guy here. So I can change the colors and all that going along with this remote, and it changes in the light as well up there. So really simple, really cheap. I also have 2 other lights that I just got from Amazon. It's these little, they're actually outdoor LED lights. They were $35 for 2 of them. And they work with a little app on my phone. So one is sitting behind Skeletor here, and one is on the ground back here, just to give some uplight and some dimension along with the LED strip in this light to the backgrounds of my videos. And actually, I just really enjoy having them on. I'll often work with my studio light on rather than the overhead light. I have this set to daylight once again. Just the daylight color is what I really enjoy. It feels really good. When I used to work for a photography studio, I'd spend a lot of time in a dark room that only had a couple bulbs on in it, just for doing photo editing work I needed the room set a particular way and how it felt and how it looked in that space. Daylight bulbs help a ton with your color correction, color accuracy. So those were really great in there. And when you spend all day in a completely no windows, dark room, having the daylight bulbs above were also really nice. So I love putting daylight bulbs in places. It just gives that nice color tone that I really enjoy, and it makes doing my work a lot cleaner and more accurate. As we continue around, so I've got a printer there. That'll be going away as I change out these shelves. I do actually want to get a really nice photo printer because I do want to start printing some of my work, hanging up some artwork and things like that. So all of this will get reorganized, and once I get the new shelves in here, which hopefully I'll be doing in the next couple weeks. And then, like I said, over on this wall is where I will hang up my guitars when I get back from various places. This desk right here is actually a new addition as of in the last couple weeks. New is relative. This actually was a piece of my old desk, and I took it and I just had some pieces of wood that I made some legs for it, put it on casters from an old speaker cabinet that I had. And really, this is just so I can have a workspace. Originally, I had a couch along this wall, a small love seat, and it was just taking up space in a lot of ways. So I made this desk, put this together so I could have a place to sit down and work. You see my pedal board up here. I'm about to redo it because it needs some work. It is it's pretty bad cable management on it right now. I'm getting rid of some things, adding some new things, but this just gives me a great workspace to be able to work on stuff. I'm trying to keep this clear most of the time so that I can always come in and work on something, put it down. If I'm packing my camera bag, I have a place to do that. It's a little bit taller, so I've got a stool here as well. So it just gives me a nice space to sit down and to be able to work on something and have a nice clean space here to do that. It's on wheels, so if I need to, I can pull it out and spin it over here to my camera location so I can do product shots and things like that. So I just kind of rigged up this little guy here. This is just a microphone stand that I have a little fake Gorilla Pod on that I can latch my Osmo Pocket into here, and now I have a top-down shot. And then this corner here, I just have a nice little chair. This chair was originally in our living room, but when we moved the love seat out to the living room, I brought this one in here, so now I've just got a new space for someone to come in, sit down with me and hang out. That's after I clean it out and actually have space in it. That's kind of this space. Like I said, it is a work in progress for sure. I'm still trying to figure out where everything's going, find the right shelves. I may end up building them myself because I've got a design that I think would be really cool. May end up building them, or I may find something that is close to it and works how I want it to. Just trying to get everything in place, because what I want of this space to be is so I can come in here and creatively do everything I need to do. I'm starting to parse out my days and do a better job with organizing my days so I can have time to sit and write and sit and do music writing, things like that maybe one day. I've got it set now where I'm working on my videos on particular days for this channel so I can continue to make content as I really want to grow into that for the sake of being able to put out more information for you guys and hopefully help as you guys are trying to grow your churches as well. So this is kind of the life of doing portable church. You've got to have your spaces where you can go and do your work, and I'm just trying to get this one set up in such a way that I can come in here and feel like I'm doing what I need to do and be accomplished. And that's been a really nice thing over the last month, is actually getting things done, and not just getting stuff done, but feeling like I've accomplished something and starting to get this space into that realm and starting to get some of these disciplines in my life in place have really helped with that. So hope this was helpful in some way. I'll have links in the description to the different pieces or to different videos where I've talked about these different things. Do all the things that YouTube tells you to do. Like, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and we'll see you guys next time.